people. So here is what I call my go bag. This is a survival kit. Some people will call it 10 essentials. You hear about it being called the basic essentials. Any outdoor enthusiast, hiker, backpacker, bicycler should have a bag similar to this. What goes in the bag, however, tends to vary dependent on the activity you guys are looking to do. So this is my go bag, minus one or two things that are in here currently I just put in for the purpose of this video. This is ready to go, and I'm going to break it down for you guys nice and easy here. So again, it's just your simple backpack. I'll move this over here so I can get into it easy enough as we go through. Now, I put in here a simple multi-tool. This actually is not standard in my bag, meaning I keep this because anytime I go hiking, backpacking, any outdoor activity, I have this in my pocket. So I might not always take the bag, but I always do carry this multi-tool with me. So that is something definitely you want to do. What I do keep with my bag, and it's right here on the strip, is a simple sheath knife. Now this knife is just a simple, small, my favorite, but you can see here, it's not a big knife. It's very versatile and useful for a multitude of reasons. And this one I always have strapped to my shoulder strap. So again, whenever I grab my bag and go, I call it my go bag, I always have the knife with me. Other essentials you'll want to keep in here is right in my front pouch. And I keep most of my stuff here in this front pouch. First aid kit. Can't go anywhere without the first aid kit. I love this Boy Scout. It's a plastic case, slides open, so it's got good seal in there. Now, I'll come back to my signaling mirror here in a minute, but this just got some basic bandages, some handy dandy wipes, and of course, much needed moleskin. Definitely keep that. And this all just is nicely compact into a nice small container. And we'll just leave that one out too. Above a first aid kit, flashlights. Now I go overkill, like I said, this is my backpacking, but you do want some kind of lighting system in here, whether it's a headlamp. I like these basic colored light sticks that you'd have here. Yes, you don't need 4 of them in here. I do this just because I got a purple, a green, and a couple blue ones that I throw in there, and it's just nice to decorate the tent with or the outdoor areas that you're in. Headlamps are always beneficial if you prefer a headlamp. Feel free to use one of those. The next thing you'll want to make sure you have, fire starters. Now, again, I like going for the traditional level. These are my 2 cases that I carry for fire starters. This is a simple steel and flint rod, and again, through practice you can get some good sparks off this. This is a go-to. I like using it, but your light stick is only as good as the components you carry with you. So of course in here I've got some rope, some fibrous rope that's going to be great for your initial bird nest. I do have flint and steel here, just again to have some fun. And then of course some dryer lint. Lights up real quick. So I've got everything I need to at least start a fire throughout those. Matches, lighters are also good options to have in your kit. Again, it depends on what you're looking for. Let's see here. Also, in my pouch, don't go anywhere without a compass. Different people have different preferences for a compass and what styles they like to use. It is purely up to you. I would encourage, again, finding your favorite, putting it in here and leaving it for you. In my big pouch, just because it fits better here, I carry, that's where I'll find my rain gear. Simple, this is a little bit big. This is a full-bodied two-piece rain suit. This is great though for shelter if you need to use it for shelter, and I'll come back to that one. But just having that simple rain gear in your area if it's necessary. Being out here in the desert, you tend not to need that often, but it is still a good thing to have, as well as sun protection. Again, they're not taking up much space here within your area. Now, beyond that, the 10 essentials will include hand water. Make sure you have water. And again, different meal bars in there. Some people, if you're looking, again, being having this to get up and go in case of emergencies, you can even throw in here some dehydrated foods of some form. This is only going to be effective if you have water to cook it with. So, you know, you want to make sure you plan accordingly. Beyond that now, all of these are optional, and survival kits, basic essentials do vary based on your activity. If you're doing winter activities, things are going to change a little bit more. If you're doing summer desert activities versus woodland, again, I like keeping it in here for all occasions. That way I don't have to worry about it. But again, doing the winter camps that I do, emergency blankets are something that are always good. It's got that reflective surface. It can also double as shelter. I keep some simple chews in here. These are just some electrolyte candies that you can have along the way. You can't go wrong with cordage. This is a bracelet, paracord bracelet. It's got over 20 feet of paracord in here. The clip itself has a phosphorus rod, and it's got a scraper in here, so the same thing. You can look at getting in there, maybe, if I can get that right. Get some scrapes going and some sparks from that rod. There we go, I gotta get that right. It's also got a built-in whistle, so again, emergency, it's always good to have whistles available if needed. Rope for shelter building, for tying things down, whatever's needed. I keep in again, first aid. I keep in a simple cold pack. Kleenex, you can't go wrong with. I also put in here, get all tangled up, backpacking spoon, goes with my backpacking food. And this is a saw, so it's one of the wire saws if needed. It coils up, and again, it's small and compact. And let's see what else I do have in here. One of the other things I keep in here, Altoid tins. These things are great for putting things together. What I have in this one, unfortunately, it's not the Altoids, but if we open that up, it's just simple first fishing kit. I've got hooks, I've got weights, I've got some jigs in there, and then of course I probably have about 50 feet fishing line coiled up, and I use tape to tape it together. That way it doesn't knot up in any way. Again, out here in California, inland lakes are few and far between, but if I'm out in woodland camping and something happens, having a small first fishing kit is always good to put in there. Before I get into that one that just opened up on me, in my side pouch here, I don't go anywhere, paying respect, little portable US flag. I've got, again, some additional cordage here. This is about 8 feet for tying things down. And then in this pouch here, I've got a set of binoculars. Just again, something small, something simple, just to enjoy. And that's, like I said, these are always here in the sides. In the front, again, just because I teach classes on this one, these are things I keep in there. I've got 2 books here specific for animal tracking. I've got a whole series of edible plants. I've got coastal bays and estuaries, the night sky, trees, and backyard birds. These are all different simple small pamphlets you can carry. And again, just to help plant and animal identification, and that goes nicely in there. And let's see here, I've got one more pouch up here, and up here in the front, I just keep tucked in there. Again, another 10 feet of rope. I've got another paracord. This has got about 12 feet of paracord in it, but a hand sanitizer bottle. Again, day hikes and so forth, it's always good. And those get zipped up there in the top. So that's my survival bag, or my go bag as I like to call it. So if I put everything in here, just so you can see how easy this goes, you do find, oh, that was the last piece I have in here. Entertainment. These are just nice, fun things. A simple frisbee. It gets packed up nice and small. If you're out with kids, if you're out with friends, you know, it's just something to bypass time if you're killing time. Like I said, simple entertainment. Now these can have specific pouches. So you can see as I'm packing this up, this pouch, I've got in the mesh, I've got my flashlights. I've got in here the whole pockets of the backpack. I've got where I have my pens and pencils. I've got my compass in here. Some of this I just throw in there. Food, snacks that are staying can go in here. In my mesh, there's my first aid kit. I put my fishing kit, my fire starting stuff. I like having that easy access. I just put those in the big ones. Again, reflective survival mirror. These are great for signaling and if you ever get lost. So that goes, oh, come on. That goes right in there with my first aid kit, so I always know where it is. And that gives me still a lot of room in that front pouch. I have extra carabiners, another form of compass here. In my big pouch, right in the back, I put my rain gear. Put that, and then again, these can throw in there. I can put my food in there. Again, this would normally be in my pocket. Put that to the front or the side, and my water bottle. And there's still a lot of room for other things you'd want to take on a day hike, or in case of emergency, a change of clothes, and more food items. You have a lot of room in these bags. And by leaving this just like that, that's why I call it my go bag. I just grab and I go. Any backpack, any activities I do not need to put anything together. I don't need to worry about what do I need to pack. It is all there for me. Hope you find this helpful. Give you some thoughts onto what you can put and should put in a survival kit of some form. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to check out more videos on our YouTube channel, to like, subscribe, and share our channel and other videos.